I think my experience with the workshop was very different than what I expected it to be.
I don't know enough superlatives to talk about how much I not just enjoyed it, but have learned from it.
I feel like I've learned a lot from pretty much every corner of the publishing industry.
Overall, this was a great experience.
I think this workshop was surprisingly a lot more engaging than I thought it was going to be digitally.
It turned out to be a lot more interactive than I expected.
It feels to me like there's been a lot of care taken with the organization of the program.
I loved how it was set up. I liked that the schedule was very clear from the beginning, so we knew what to expect.
They put a lot of effort into this and it shows.
This is the most pleasant online thing I've done.
I feel like there's a lot of pros that we gain from the online format that we wouldn't have had available had we been in person.
I actually think a lot of people's personalities shine through a lot more virtually than they might in person.
The other side of that is that I think more people had the opportunity to participate.
The digital format is the only way I was able to do this workshop.
I've wanted to do this in the past, but I hadn't been able to because it was in person.
I couldn't have done it because I have 2 kids.
It just couldn't happen. I lived in New York.
I live in Connecticut, and there's no way I can afford to get to LA.
It was great connecting with people all over the country who also probably couldn't have made it to the workshop in LA had it been there.
I've just appreciated the diversity of not just voices in terms of demographics, but also in terms of the angles that different speakers have been coming from.
The diversity element was something that I thought would be a little bit pro forma, as that can be, but that was not the case.
Various speakers were very collegial and open about what it's actually like.
I came in not knowing really anything about this industry.
I had a million questions about everything, and they were always there to help out with that.
The people who spoke with us gave us honest answers.
Not just the great things, but the terrible things as well.
I definitely recommend the program to anybody that was interested in the industry at large.
To historians and other humanists who are trying to find a way to write outside the academy.
To Black, Indigenous, and people of color who are considering ways of applying the things that they're interested in and their community priorities to the publishing industry.
This workshop is the only place that I have found that blends the very practical with the theoretical.
It's definitely prepared me, I think, for what I want to do.
I think that it's equipped me with a lot of information and maybe has prepared me to make a decision about entering the publishing world.
I feel a little bit less untethered.
Definitely more confident that I would have even the language and the know-how to begin to move and to move with some of the resources.
I feel like I went in knowing what I wanted to do, and then I have no clue what I want to do now, but in a good way.
I feel like after 5 weeks, I have so many to-dos on my to-do list, and I'm ready to kind of hop off Zoom and actually start doing them.
I think what's really valuable is that I am leaving with a lot of homework to do.
I feel that I have a better understanding of the steps I need to take to get to that place.
It's just a matter of taking the step now and actually doing it, which I'm super excited about.